You think KJ Hamler is gonna be a good receiver? Now, what film have you been watching on this? Fuck KJ Hamler. This dude is a hamstring fuck. He can't stay on the field. I don't care if he has all that speed. I don't care if he has all that speed. Are you kidding me? This guy's trash. This guy is awful. Only 2 good games in his 3-year career with the Broncos now. Constantly getting hurt, tearing his ACL, tearing his hamstring apart. And you want that over Jerry Jeudy? The fuck have you been on? This is why no one takes you fuckers seriously. This is why Broncos country don't claim these dudes. You really like KJ Hamler. That dude's trash. KJ Hamler is awful. I don't know what the hell you've been smoking, man, but you guys need to lay the hell off of it. Oh, blah, 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 Kool-Aid this, blah, 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 Kool-Aid that. I'm sorry, but what the fuck have you been doing? You think, look at this stat line right here. You see that? Do you really think that's good? You think film is going to show good on that? You think Jerry Jeudy isn't better than that, even though he's 100 times better than that? You think KJ's better than Jeudy? You think this is good? The fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh my God, you guys are so stupid.
Right here. This is going to tell us a lot.
Here's Russell Wilson to throw. Deep shot, right sideline. Got a man. It's caught. It's KJ Hamler.
So first off, when KJ Hamler is not injured, you see that he gets open. You see he gains separation. And you see that when he gets open, he catches the ball. This is something that Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy lack. They lack the ability to get open and gain separation consistently. And that's the problem with both of them. And you can sit there, you can show me stats, but stats don't tell the story, right? 3 of the 6 touchdowns Jerry Jeudy scored this past season, those were in garbage time games, in games that didn't matter to Kansas City, in games that didn't matter to Denver, in games that Kansas City was experimenting against the Broncos. Mahomes is over here throwing passes right at Josie Jewell twice. The Chiefs are playing sloppy on offense and defense. Did the Chiefs look anything like that? Were they turning the ball over against Cincinnati? Were they throwing interceptions right at their free safety against Cincinnati? Were they throwing interceptions against the Eagles? No. They were playing clean football because they were playing respectable opposition, something the Broncos have not been since 2015.
They think Jerry Jeudy is a bust. Yeah, Tweedledummer admits that he wanted Justin Jefferson. Everybody wished they wanted Justin Jefferson. Nobody thought he would be that fucking good. But Judy's not bad. And then you want to say he's a bust. You want to wait until year 3 against the Chargers to do the blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but didn't he have trash quarterbacks back then? Like he had fucking Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater throwing him the damn ball. I'm sorry. And Jerry Jeudy had over 1,000 scrimmage yards, and he would have had 1,000 receiving yards if he didn't miss those 3 games. And Bronco fans are acknowledging that they don't want Jeudy traded, yet you want him gone. Are you fucking out of your mind? What is wrong with you guys? You think Judy's a bust? You giving up on him already? Like, god damn, bruh. Y'all are stupid. Jerry Jeudy is wide receiver number 1, okay? He was a first-round pick for a reason. His film, if you look at it right, shows that he has high separation percentage. Well, yeah, you don't want to talk about that, right? You only talk about the negatives because that's what you are. You're a negative part of life. That's what you are. You're a negative part of YouTube. I don't even know how the hell you're still up. Jerry Jeudy is a good receiver. I'm not saying he's great, but he's good. And every Bronco fan acknowledged it. Whoever thinks Judy's a bust, then you're fucking stupid. Simple as that. Like, just hold on. Just look at these stats right here. Look at this. Yeah, that second year, yeah, Jeudy was out for half the year due to an ankle injury. And that's Pat Shurmur offense for you, by the way. That's Pat Shurmur offense for you. Yeah, his first year he had some drop issues, but he still had not over some good yards. And then in the year 3, look at that. Look at those touchdowns. Had over 1,000 scrimmage yards. I know it just shows receiving yards, but he had some rushing touchdowns as well. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Just don't listen to their fucking bullshit, bro. They're always about no commercials, no bullshit. That's all I hear is bullshit. Bronco fans on Twitter, Bronco fans on YT, unless you're that dumbass known as Mile High Bubble and Mile High 6, I don't care. I'm calling out everybody. I'm in an extra pissed off mood. That listen to these jokesters, that listen to these fucking clowns. Then seriously, I don't know what to say about
Jerry Jeudy just hasn't been able to get on the same page. A couple easy drops, ball not always in the best location. Tough day at the end. There's really nothing you can say about this.
3rd down and 3. Blocked, and it's dropped. Jerry Jeudy.
Chris Jackson, the rookie from Marshall, he's getting indoctrinated very quickly as to why Jerry Jeudy is a former Biletnikoff Award winner. That release off the line of scrimmage was just sick. Chris Jackson didn't even know where he had gone.
And work hard on rehab.
Still on the 53-man roster for now. Off the play fake. Jerry Jeudy, 2nd drop of the night. Von Miller is so much more than just a pass rusher on the field. He is the leader on
1st down block with time now over the middle, and then
All right, so we're going to talk about the Jerry Jeudy nonsense that this guy was spewing. I don't know anything. Mile High View doesn't know anything. Bucket Man doesn't know anything. Well, there's a huge compilation of him dropping passes right there. There's all this footage, all this film of this guy dropping the ball. So for you to sit there and say, we don't know what we're talking about, showing stats, right? Like this is Madden 23. This is Madden 23. That's what the scouts do. They go on Google, they go on Pro Football Focus, they look at stats, and that's how they scout players and decide who they're going to draft. That's exactly how they decided. They look at the stats. They don't spend hours watching film or anything. They don't spend hundreds of hours watching film or anything. No, they just go on profootballfocus.com and they use stats to draft their players. And that's how you build teams, is by going to Pro Football Focus. No, you got to actually watch the film. And when you watch the film with Jerry Jeudy, you can clearly see the man cannot catch a cold. The man has a drop problem. The man doesn't catch the ball. You can see on film that he's not getting open. He doesn't gain separation. And if he does, he won't catch the ball. That's why I want him gone. Because I would rather get rid of that. And the Denver Broncos are not going to get a 1st-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. So you guys can just call that what it is. That's a myth. That is not going to happen. Denver would be lucky to get a 4th or a 5th out of Jerry Jeudy. This guy cannot catch a cold. It's on camera. Oh, and guess who the quarterback was that was throwing him these passes? It was Drew Lock throwing him accurate passes that he wasn't catching. He was open right in the breadbasket, and he's not catching the ball. So for you to sit there and say, Drew Lock sucks ass, Drew Lock is garbage, Teddy Bridgewater is garbage, no. Because they're throwing the ball to the receiver who can't catch. It's 3rd and 10. Drew Lock throws a 10-yard pass to Jerry Jeudy. Drops the ball. 3 and out. You're going to talk shit about Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, when their offenses were more productive than the Russell Wilson-led Denver Broncos. So I don't want to hear any of this bullshit about stats. The Broncos are receiver obsessed. They've been obsessed with wide receivers. Receivers. That's all the Broncos have been obsessed with. Receivers and corners. And yet they still have a starting unit that doesn't compete with the rest of the NFL as far as gaining separation, getting open, catching the ball. There are no playmakers any team in the NFL is worried about when it comes to the Denver Broncos. That's why we want him gone. He is a bust. That was a deep wide receiver draft, one of the best wide receiver drafts in history. And the Broncos still managed to get the worst receiver in that draft.
Bring up Justin Simmons because this organization is stupid enough to keep him.
Well, no, but they can't get rid of Justin Simmons if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can cut him. I'd cut him.
That's what I would do. I would cut him.
You would do what with Justin Simmons? Really? 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 You would cut an all-pro safety, and they're gonna say, "Go watch the film. This guy is terrible in coverage." But you got safeties like Minkah Fitzpatrick, Budda Baker, Kevin Byard, and Jesse Bates that get killed a lot in coverage. I remember Minkah Fitzpatrick got one-handed on by Gabe Davis. Nobody talks about that. Justin Simmons, they always want to complain, "Oh, the people throw it right at him." No, the fuck they don't. Those are great plays, but they don't want to acknowledge it because they just simply don't like the dude. They just simply don't like these guys. They don't like their personality. They just don't like them. Shoot. And they got one of my friends, Mile High 6, believing into their bullshit about Justin Simmons. I don't care. I'm calling out everybody. I'm in a big pissed off mood, so fuck you. Thinking Justin Simmons is the worst safety in the league. They would trade Justin Simmons. I'm like, yeah, let's make some more holes. Why not? Fuck out of here, man. Are you dumb? Who's going to be the safety? Oh, Chad Stearns. You know they said Chad Stearns? It's not even how you say his damn name, you dumbasses. It's Caden. Caden! Say it with me. Caden. C-A-D-E-N Stearns. That's how you say it. Now, I know Chad Stearns. The hell you get that from? Because I don't know who Chad Stearns is. It's Caden! They think Justin Simmons is a trash safety. What Bronco fan says that? Every Bronco fan acknowledges that Justin Simmons is a top 5 safety. He's proven it. Matter of fact, look at his stats right here, bro. What more does Justin Simmons have to prove that he's a great safety? And I've seen his film. His film is good. Yeah, he had a couple plays. That happens to every safety. But I'm sorry. You think that this is garbage? Then you're just fucking deluded as a motherfucker. You're just a pure hater, bro. You'll find any negative, and then when he does prove you're wrong, which is most of the time, you'll find some bullshit to try to make your point, which never happens. Because you're dumb. Why you think all your channels fucking Tweedledummer why you think all your channels got fucking taken off? Oh, and don't blame me, because I didn't even know about Mile High View that much. Or your other channel, so don't pull me into this shit. But yeah, why you think all your other channels got taken down? Because they don't want to hear your bullshit. Justin Simmons is a trash safety. Sure, buddy, sure. Keep believing into your dumbass thoughts. Keep believing into your dumbass thoughts. Because you are one.
Well, they're going to show this. They're going to go over it like it's an over route, and he's going to fake that over, and then bam, hit the corner, the opposite side. Surtain just reads it, and he jumps the over. And
Alrighty, so this narrative of Justin Simmons being the best in the league needs to stop. Look at this. Colt McCoy lollipopping that right to Justin Simmons. At no point was any receiver open or even remotely close to being open. It was just lollipopped right in his breadbasket. Just lollipopped in the air right into Justin Simmons' hands. All right, next play, second pick. People are like, oh my God, Justin Simmons jumped that route. What did he jump? The quarterback's looking right at him and throws it right at him. He wasn't even under pressure or anything. Just looking at him, throwing it right at his fucking face. Look at this. Yeah, no pressure. Just throws it right at him. He's like, oh, wow. And even his receiver's like face palming, like, what the hell are you doing? This play, backup quarterback, bam, right at Justin Simmons. Was anyone open there? Nah, he should have probably threw the ball out of bounds. Did he? No, he throws it right at Justin Simmons for some reason. Apparently Justin Simmons has the other team's uniform on because these quarterbacks, they're just throwing it right at him. Not because Justin Simmons was in tight coverage, not because Justin Simmons baited the quarterback, not because Justin Simmons was in tight coverage and jumped the route. No, this quarterback literally stared at him the whole time he was running and threw the ball right at him instead of throwing it out of bounds. Throws it right at him. How does that make you a top safety? because that tells me that the quarterback you're playing against sucks. It doesn't tell me that Justin Simmons is a good safety. How about this play right here? Was Justin Simmons good because a non-quarterback heaves this ball into quadruple coverage? There are 4 white jerseys in the area. This ball should have never been thrown. This is an arm punt is what that is. All right, Justin Simmons, lollipopped right in the air, free pick right here. Should have thrown it to the back corner of the end zone, throws it right at Justin Simmons. Instead, if he would have thrown it accurately to the back corner of the end zone, that would have been a touchdown and the Broncos would have lost this game. But no, the Jaguars beat themselves by throwing the ball right at Justin Simmons' face. Justin Simmons owes Trevor Lawrence, Huntley, McSorley, Colt McCoy, all of those players. He owes them steak dinner in Denver. He better be flying every single one of them out after the season's over for padding his stats this year, because these are not plays that Justin Simmons made. When I watch this play, I don't see a dominant defense. I don't see a dominant safety. I see a shitty quarterback throwing the ball right at Justin Simmons' face. You guys can say what you want. You guys could talk about stats all you want, but when you add context to the stats, you're like, wow, like the quarterback is really just throwing the ball right at him like he's on the other team. Yeah, no, that doesn't make you good. What Budda Baker did to Brett Rippon when he baited Brett Rippon, yeah, that was a good play. This right here, these are just quarterbacks that are throwing the ball right at him. These are bad quarterbacks that are just making bad decisions. Literally, McSorley staring right at Justin Simmons the whole way and throwing it at him. Come on, man. That doesn't make you a top safety. What makes you a top safety is earning your interceptions against starting quarterbacks. All right, so we got another guy who thinks that Justin Simmons is a top 5 safety in the NFL. Trust me, if he was a top 5 safety in the NFL, I'd be agreeing with you, right? Because I miss the days of TJ Ward, Darian Stewart, Brian Dawkins. Those are top tier safeties. Those are top tier safeties. Justin Simmons? Fuck no. His backup, Caden Stearns, is better than he is. He's what Justin Simmons should be. Athletic, fast, a playmaker, a high IQ safety. Justin Simmons cannot run with receivers in the NFL. Go watch the second game against Kansas City, and you'll see Kareem Jackson running from his side of the field in a too high safety look, running to the opposite side of the field because he already knows that Justin Simmons isn't going to cover his guy. And had Kareem Jackson not ran all the way from the opposite side of the field, he would have given up a touchdown. In the same game, Justin Simmons leaves Jerick McKinnon wide open in the red zone, wide open, a walk-in touchdown, because he leaves his side of the field. He leaves his side of the field to go to the line of scrimmage for no fucking reason. He's responsible for that side of the field, and he left it wide open. He fucking sucks, okay? I would rather have Caden Stearns starting than Justin Simmons. And stats? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't give a fuck about his stats. I just showed you film of quarterbacks throwing the ball right at him. He didn't make any plays on any of those interceptions. Those passes were lollipopped right into his hands. Essentially, the quarterbacks are playing catch with Justin Simmons. You would think that Justin Simmons had the other team's uniform on because they threw the ball right at him. He didn't bait the quarterback. He wasn't in tight coverage. They just threw it right at him. It's on camera. It's on film. I don't give a fuck about what the stats say. I don't care about stats. This isn't Madden 23, okay? This is football. So stats mean nothing without context. Do scouts in the NFL, do they go on Google and look up Pro Football Focus stats? No. They watch film. They don't go on Broncos Instagram pages, Broncos social media platforms, and spew nonsense. Since you're so fixated with stats, what has our record been since 2016? When was the last time this team has had a 500 or better record? That year's 2016. It's 2023. If we have all these great players on our teams, why aren't we fucking winning games? We were a quarterback away last year. Okay, you get Russell Wilson. You look even worse with Russell Wilson than you did without him. This year you have Sean Payton. What's going to be the excuse next year? That we're an offensive coordinator away? A defensive coordinator away? Shut the fuck up. This team right here is not going to be good next year. And you guys are going to blame the offensive or defensive coordinator instead of blaming the horrible player personnel that is on this team. Justin Simmons is overpaid. He's overrated. That's why he's not been first team All-Pro. That's why his own peers don't recognize him to go to the Pro Bowl. The only people in the NFL who think Justin Simmons is a top 5 safety are the Denver Broncos organization, Denver media platforms, and the Bronco fans. Nobody else in the NFL thinks that this guy is a top 5 safety. His own backup. He's not even the best safety on his team. Kareem Jackson and Caden Stearns are better than he is.
It was Patrick Surtain. And Patrick Surtain, granted, he is a good player, but he's not a great player in my personal opinion.
Whoa. They did not just say that. They did not just say it. I repeat, they did not just say it. Hold on, guys. Let me play this again. Hold on.
It was Patrick Surtain. And Patrick Surtain, granted, he is a good player, but he's not a great player in my personal opinion.
Can you shut the fuck up?
They did not just say Surtain is a good player, but he's not a great player. No fucking way. They did not just say this. He did not just say this. Ain't no way. I gotta be tripping. Wait a minute. No, I'm not tripping because I'm smart and I'm not dumb. These dudes say he's a good player, but he's not a great player. I'm sorry, but if we didn't draft Patrick Surtain, you know Kyle Fuller would have been our second corner. I wouldn't want that. He was awful. Are you kidding me, bro? You gotta be kidding me. You seriously are dumb. Patrick Surtain, do I have to show this picture? Like, look at this right here. All-pro cornerback. All-pro cornerback. Literally was projected the best corner in the 2022-23 season. And you think he's a good player, not a great player? Oh, because his film shows some flaws. Motherfucker. Look at this picture right here. Lowest target rate. Because everybody knows not to pass on Patrick Surtain. Oh, yeah, there was 2 games where he messed up. I can't deny that. The second time against the Raiders and the Panthers game. He didn't do good in those games, but everything else, he fucking did great. The first time against the Raiders, he didn't lock down Adams, but he held his ground for sure. Everyone else, he fucking locked down. He locked down Deebo Samuel. He locked down Brandon Ayuk. He took down Metcalf half the game. He took off Brandon Cooks a little. Like, seriously, man, what is wrong with you? He locked down Mike Williams. Like, god damn, man, what does he got to prove to you dumbasses? What does he have to prove? He took down DeAndre Hopkins, who's an all-pro wide receiver, by the way. And you think, this pissed me off the most. I can't believe they said this. A good corner, not a great corner. Rashawn Slater is a great pick. Oh, yeah, his rookie year did good. What happened in his second year? Didn't he get hurt, might I say? And then he came back, went to the playoffs, and he struggled? You wanted that. If you love Rashawn Slater, why don't you go with the Chargers and be with all 12 of their fans? Why don't you? Then they'll hear more of your bullshit because you suck. Because they suck. Surtain is a good player but not a great player. You're dumb, bro. You are seriously stupid. S-T-U-P-I-D. Stupid. And I don't care if this video gets out to him. I really don't. Because you know why? Somebody's going to tell him anyway. I don't care. And then they're going to run their mouth in their video about me. I don't care. Rent free, motherfuckers. Fuck you guys. And fuck your fucking takes. Everyone agrees your opinions fucking suck. Unless you're that diluted guy known as Mile High Bubble or Mile High 6. I don't care. I'm going off on everybody tonight. I'm going off on everybody. Fuck this crap, man. I'm going off on everyone I see. Tired of it. Dude, I'm pretty sure Bronco Brothers clear your fucking channel. Because this No one wants to hear your fucking negativity all the time. Your bullshit. And oh, you want to say, oh, we're right all along. Hey, guess what? It's not hard to be right about a fucking 5-12 team. Okay? So what you're doing is not impressive. It's not. So all that fucking malarkey, baloney, bullshit you're saying, it doesn't get taken seriously. Okay? Because everybody doesn't give a fuck what you say, what you do. And I'm not the only one that does this. Other Bronco fans don't take these fuckers seriously. A lot of Bronco fans don't even claim you guys. Okay? You're fucking slow. Okay? You're deluded. Your takes are dumb. No one agrees with them unless you're fucking have Mile High in your damn name. Okay? But yeah. That's it, guys. I'm done wasting my time on fucking Mile High View and their dumbass bullshit. It's a waste of my fucking time, waste of my breath. But
Surtain is a good player. He's not a great player. He's not a great corner. A great corner is like a Chris... Like, you guys call this guy the next Champ Bailey. Not even close. No chance in hell would he ever... He doesn't even belong in the same breath as Champ Bailey. He doesn't even belong in the same breath as Chris Harris Jr. Chris Harris Jr., one of my favorite corners of all time. A guy who can do it all. Right? Patrick Surtain is a good man-to-man boundary corner. He's not going to cover anyone underneath. He's not good in the slot. He can't cover shifty receivers like a Wes Welker, like anyone who's speed, who he has to cover underneath. Chris Harris Jr., this man went up against players like Antonio Brown, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman. This man has covered them all. He could play inside, he could play outside, he could play man coverage, he could play zone coverage. Anything you need him to do, Chris Harris Jr. can do it. And the guy was amazing at tackling. That man had some of the best tackling I've ever seen out of a corner. Okay? Those are what I look for in a great corner. That's a great corner. That is what the Broncos should strive to get. Someone who is a jack of all trades. Someone who's great at tackling. Someone who's physical. Someone who's tough. Patrick Surtain, he's Antonio Cromartie 2.0. And he's not a great player. He's not the next Champ Bailey. He's just way overhyped. I think the Broncos should trade him. He can help another team win now, while the Broncos could get a first round out of him. The Broncos did not need a corner. Since adding Patrick Surtain, has the Broncos been winning more games? Have they been winning more? No. You need offensive line. You need to rebuild the interior on both sides of the ball. You need to rebuild the defensive line, rebuild the offensive line. Now you need to rebuild your receivers because your receivers suck ass, by the way. So you could sit there, you can talk all the shit, you can run your mouth, but the film doesn't lie. The film does not lie. I showed you film. I put film in my videos. It wasn't just me running my mouth like you. There were no stats in my breakdown in my video towards you. This is just all film. It's all on tape. Go watch the film. I don't care about Pro Football Focus. I don't care about Google Stats. I care about what I see on film, and what I see on film is a lot of players who are overrated, overhyped, and a team that loses year in and year out. You think I give a fuck if Broncos Country claims me or not? I don't give a fuck if Broncos Country claims me. I give a fuck about a winning franchise. I give a fuck about being a dynasty like Kansas City's about to become. The Denver Broncos used to be the class of the AFC West. Now that's going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Broncos are now going to be the next Raiders. They're going to be the next laughingstock of the division until they get their shit together and they stop PR hyping players that don't deserve it. Until the Draymond Jones, the Randy Gregory signings, the Justin Simmons extensions, the Cortland Sutton extensions, the Tim Patrick extensions, until overpaying for Mike McGlinchey, until shit like that stops, Denver's not going anywhere. And when you guys have another losing record this season, even with Sean Payton, because even Sean Payton cannot overcome the player personnel the Broncos have, I know you guys are going to go into hiding. How come people like you only talk in the offseason? Where were you at when this team was 3-9? In the offseason, I said that this team would be 5-12, and I guessed it. And I literally said because the Chargers would find a way to lose a game to the Broncos, because that's what the Chargers do every fucking year. And that's exactly what the Chargers did. Blowing coverages, players slipping on the field to leave Sutton wide open in the end zone. Like, if the Broncos didn't have shitty turf that game, they would have lost that game against the Chargers. And the Broncos acted like they won the Super Bowl because they beat the Chargers in a game that meant nothing to the Chargers. So you can run your mouth when this team is 4-9, 3-9, when they're double-digit losses, single-digit wins next year. I know I'm not going to hear a peep from anything like you fans until it's free agency, until we're 17-0 in the offseason like we are every year. Every year we're Super Bowl champions in the offseason. And fans like you run your mouth in the offseason and you go missing during the season when the games are actually played, when you play other NFL teams who are better than you, and you get your ass kicked. So, run your mouth all you want, buddy. I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, you're just another Bronco fan spewing what the Bronco platforms, the Denver media has been spewing for the last 8 years, and the results aren't going to match up with what you're spewing. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Who are you? Who are you?